What's going on there, guys? Um, we are going to be live here doing a setup shop review with Caudle chassis. I got both Caudle or Josh Caudle and Aaron Johnson in the Discord here, and then we are. I'm going to drag them here with me in just a second. Sorry, I'm trying to get set up with my chat so that way I can see what's going on. But let me grab these guys, drag them down, and we'll go from there. Hey there, guys. I don't know if you're. Do I got both of you here, Josh, Aaron, both of
Yes.
y'all?
Yeah, we're here.
Perfect. I got Aaron Johnson, Josh Caudle here. Josh Caudle, the owner of Caudle Chassis. They've been around here for. I mean, I've seen you, Josh, on the service now for years. You've always been fast at the short track scene. Um, and then now, just recently, it looks like you opened up a shop. Now, how long has that been going on for?
So this is our third start of our third week. We really started when this season came about. We had a couple weeks there. I was just testing and running with some of the guys just to figure out our speed and whatnot. But this is our third official week on the team.
Okay. And then Aaron here, he's one of the drivers or one of the builders.
He's one of my drivers.
One of your drivers. Okay, fantastic. And Aaron, you were mentioning earlier you're more on the super late model stuff. And if you go onto the website, it looks like that you guys focus primarily on the late model stock and then the super late model as well. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm more. I'll drive his super late model stuff for him, but we do offer the super late model when it's asked for.
Okay. So do you guys have a super late model tune out this week, or is it just a late model stock out this week? Is that, I mean, how do you guys publish that on your Facebook page? If you got, by the way, if you look up Caudle Chassis on Facebook, you'll be able to find them there, and direct you to the website to pick up the website or pick up the setup should you want it. Do you guys make an announcement on whether you're doing both or one or the other?
Usually I post in my Discord either on those days, and sometimes if I like have no time and it might be really early Monday.
Okay,
But I always try to get both setups done on the weekend.
so you guys do try to get them set up before Monday strength of field race.
Yes.
That's fantastic because a lot of shops they come out, bam, Monday morning. You got, for someone like me, I work till 8. Got no opportunity to on Monday nights, anyways. Have no opportunity to test, and then you've got to make a decision. That's kind of what I'm trying to break down here with this whole setup shop review is to try to get it out early enough in the week where people can make a decision. And right now I'm just focusing on one shop. Now, granted, there's not a huge following here, but I do appreciate you guys just taking the time out of your day to do it. Josh, I've seen over the last few weeks, you guys showed a lot of speed at South Boston. I didn't see a lot of you at Lanier. Now, granted, that was probably because I was closer to the middle or lower splits. How'd you guys fare over the last few weeks?
So Sobo, we were really good long run. I wouldn't say necessarily me. I had a little bit of struggles with just like driving style for Sobo because it's such a flat track. You have to hit the same thing every single time. And Chase, one of my teammates and one of my drivers, he was lights out at Sobo. Something he was just doing was really fast. And I mean, it makes sense because his real life racetrack is Bowman Gray, and honestly, Sobo is a very similar shape. So he was lights out. A few of my other guys were really fast as well. Lanier, we were all right for SOF. I finished second. I qualified pole, and I finished second. I led at the beginning of the race, and then we had a lot of cautions in between. And then Harbor's got it around me right there near the middle part, and he was just he was faster, and I couldn't hang on. So I went to work and got it better, and we started winning more at the midway, but barely any of us run except SOF, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
And then Martinsville, obviously, Alex won by a good margin.
Yeah, I mean that makes perfect sense. I mean a lot of guys they go to the SOF race and then they go on about their business throughout the rest of the week. I mean, I see you running Sarah. By the way, you've got a big race coming up here. Was it tomorrow night? Is that correct?
Yeah, Thursday night.
Thursday night. And what? That's gonna be the
Sorry about that, I
Sarah.
got
Is that still the Super Series, or is that the? Are they running late model stock still?
So right now it's called the National Tour, and his goal is to get a series that aims towards real life events like the Martinsville 300, the Slinger Nationals. You know, obviously the Snowball Derby's coming up. He's gonna have one just similar to that, and that's his goal. He wants to have like a triple crown series of all the big events, and then obviously just all the other big events at certain tracks. And right now that's what we're doing. We're on off season, and then I think about a couple weeks or a month or so afterwards he's going to bring back the normal series.
Now, I'm not asking for other people. I'm asking for me. The Snowball Derby, that is my iRacing race that I look forward to every year. In fact, I've already started turning. I think I probably got 800 laps in over the last month at Five Flags. Is that going to be open to the public, or is that going to be a invite only or private session?
So I'm not fully positive. I'm pretty sure he said, well, before you had to have at least 6 contender starts, and then a few other like starts in other series, and then you could register for the event. But he did open it up a little bit more, but I think you still have to have at least 1 contender start.
Oh, okay, okay, nice. And the contender series runs Wednesday nights, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, I guess what are some things that, as far as this setup here at Martinsville, how has your week been faring? I mean, obviously Alex McCullum had the big win. You know, what was it, a 5,700 strength of field? Is that what I read? Is that correct? Am I mistaken there?
Wait, what'd you say?
Was that a 5,700 strength of field win that McCullum had?
62.
6,200 strength. Wow, I was way off.
I believe it's the biggest SOF. I'm not positive it is. I don't want to make any bold claims, but I'm pretty sure it's the biggest SOF in late model history.
That's a big deal, and I mean, to have someone like Alex McCullum, I mean, if you've been on the service any length of time and run any short tracks, you know the guy's good. So it's kind of good to have him on your team.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, Aaron, are you building the late model stock sets at all, or are you just racing the super late models when the sets become available? Do you run every week?
Yeah, I run every week when I can, and I don't build them. Jinx is pretty much all our builder.
Okay.
For right now.
Okay. Are you running the next one? The late model stock
super?
race? The late model stock race, the next one here in about 5 minutes?
I haven't put my mind on it yet.
He doesn't want to shift, and I don't blame him. It's brutal.
After watching Monday night and everything like that, I don't feel like I need to be trying to fight through all that.
Yeah, so it looked like there was 2 build philosophies. Bang the chip for for the last quarter of the front stretch, to get your turn in and use the engine brake. And then there was shift, and it looks like that is is that what you have seen as well? It looks like there's kind of a split there as far as the build philosophy goes.
Yeah.
For Martinsville specifically?
Yes, specifically for this track.
So I know some teams actually did try the no shift stuff, but honestly, it's like a half-tenth off every lap. It's not worth it, and it's the unfortunate part. That's why when I posted a obviously setups live now post, and I literally put that if you're wanting to buy a Martinsville setup, just for your information, you have to shift.
Okay. So
just
you're
to warn people.
Shifts. Okay. One thing I did notice at Lanier. Now, is this something common to you guys at Lanier? And I'm not trying to give away secrets here, but I tend to lean towards, like, my Five Flag set tends to be a third gear set. Do you guys use that quite often?
So, like, the honest answer is
Sobo. I should go back 2 weeks.
So, honestly, the honest answer is it's whatever feels the best.
Okay.
And I know that's kind of not really answering the question, but like some weeks, Sobo we ran 3rd, but then Lanier we went to 4th. You know, and you got to switch based on feeling. For me, Lanier felt way better in 4th gear, so I switched.
Okay.
So it honestly depends. It usually depends on how like rough or like the car just gets through the corner. You know what I mean?
Do you guys? Do either one of you guys have any real life racing background?
Aaron,
He
you can start
laughed.
on that. You can start on that, Aaron.
Oh, why don't you go ahead? You was already starting.
Okay. My answer is what makes me laugh is I got on iRacing in 2020 in COVID time, and it was all during quarantine. And I got into iRacing and oval racing, and I have never watched NASCAR in my life.
Well, that's quite all
Never
right.
been to a race. Never been to a racetrack. I literally got into it because it looked competitive and fun. And I was watching one of my buddies, Landon Huffman, at the time, and he was racing, and he's like, get it, man, it's so much fun. And I just tried it, and honestly, I fell in love. I'd say about last year I started actually going to racetracks and actually like watching every event, Cars Tour, NASCAR Cup Series, everything.
I gotcha. Aaron, Aaron, any background with you?
Well, where do I start?
Hey.
Well, we worked on ARCA cars. I've helped out my buddies at local racetracks. I've raced go-karts at the local dirt track. I've been on iRacing for almost 13 years now.
Okay.
And just been sticking around the short track scene for that long period of time.
Gotcha. Yeah. So going back to what you mentioned there, Josh, iRacing, I feel like, is 100% the most competitive uh, sim game, whatever you want to call it, out there.
Oh, for sure.
I don't think you could. I mean, I don't think even Madden or Call of Duty have anything on it if you really want to lump it in with games. You know what I mean? You're 100% spot on. So if you like competition, by the way, for those that don't watch iRacing or don't have iRacing, jump in. You should totally buy a subscription. Totally worth it. I think you get a free trial for a little bit as well. Um, yeah. I guess this session's about to flip over. Josh, you got anything you'd like to mention? You're welcome to stay along while I turn laps here. If you guys got things to do, about this race about to start, you're more than welcome to do whatever you want to do. If you want to hang out, hang out. I don't talk much during the race, but yeah, do you have any words that you can tell people about yourself, about the shop, and any kind of specials or anything you got going on for Caudle Chassis?
All right. Well, my name's Josh Caudle. I own Caudle Chassis. You can check us out on Facebook or our website, caudlechassis.com. Uh, Caudle Chassis was really I've been on teams for a while now. My like first 3 months on iRacing, I was on a team, and I've learned to build. I've been building for about 3 years now. Like I do a lot of our shop stuff on our SARA deals, build all of our Q sets, and then obviously I help a ton with the race sets. And honestly, I left the team not too long ago, and I had a lot of people reach out because a few of the teams are shutting down. They just wanted me to come back, and I said, you know what, this is probably a good time to do it. So that's who I am. This is a fairly new team, so I haven't had a full chance to get deals figured out. I will here soon. I do like all the graphic work, all the website stuff, all the Discord stuff. I do personally. I do all those setups. So it's been an adventure, and I'm excited for all my guys. We have Aaron, a lot of the shop guys: Chase Robertson, Alex McCollum, Tristan McKee, Josh Parrish, Chase L. Pierce. Who else am I forgetting? Dylan Ritchie, Kyle Meyer, Cam Billings, Blaine, Colin Slifa. We have a stacked group of guys that can easily win every race, and I'm excited to see how the future holds. Obviously, if you do buy a setup from us, don't be afraid to join the Discord or message me on Discord if you have any troubles. That's why I put in the notes. I put my lab recordings, my qualifying recordings, just to give everybody every possible bit of info they can, and then I have a little notepad or a picture saying if you need help, message me. And obviously, don't be afraid to do that. I'll reach out as soon as I can. So yeah, that's me.
Good stuff, man. Well, we're about to flip over to qualifying. Like I said, you're more than welcome to hang out here if you'd like. If you got other things to do or places to be, you're more than welcome to jump out, ever what you'd like to do. But we're going to go ahead and give this thing a shot, and we're going to go ahead and run this race. It looks like we're in a 3,400 strength of field. I don't know if that's going to be quite top split tonight. I feel like that's going to be probably second split. And we're the last car of our split. So we're the 15 car. We're the 15 car in life. So hopefully that's some good luck for us. Gonna go. Any advice?
I'll say until qualifying. My advice, honestly, is obviously you got to cheese on your outlap. Make sure you get your tires heated up, but don't do it too much because, well, depending on track tip, if you're around the 95s, don't do it too much because you'll plow the corner because you got so much heat in your tires.
We're on a 100-degree track temp right now.
Okay, definitely cheese a little bit. And then just try to get the straightest entry you can. If you slide a little bit, you're off a temp. So back your corners up, get through the corner good. Don't slow the car down too much, and just get a straight low exit off the corner, and you'll get speed.
And folks, my wheel just shut off again. That's twice now in 2 weeks. My wheel shut off.
You have a Moza?
No, I got Fanatec DD2.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was kind of strange. Like I said, that's twice in 2 weeks. I don't know why that's happened. My frequency's going crazy right now. I think I gotta change that. Come on, wheel. Did it again. Now my pedals are banging. What is going on here?
Quit doing that.
Oh, I gotta reset to the pits. Man, I lost my mouse cursor. Options, force feedback. Let's take this back here real quick. Off of auto.
You are in top split, by the way.
I am in top split?
Yeah.
Alright, well then we're 15th place. Above average setup, below average driver. Oof, loose out an exit. First lap is the lap, isn't it?
Yes. First lap is way better.
Okay, check the flag, man.
Well, we'll see. Even if we end up 15th, I'm not going to be terribly mad. We're the last place by number. 928, 615 took the pole. Make sure my garage cover comes up before I change the tune here real quick. And then you advise running the neutral set in a warmer track temp?
Oh, 100%.
Yep.
It gets a little free. I just say try your best to keep the right rear on exit. Don't just let 100% the throttle. You know what I mean?
Yep. Roll on.
Are you using what is it called? Auto shift?
Auto blip, I think.
Oh
Let me
boy.
Look. Let me look. Let me look here real quick. Did you advise them? Auto clutch. Yep, not auto blip.
Because if you're gonna run that, it's gonna slow you down. Like because when you shift, it goes slower than using your feet. Like you can notice it. I don't know if it's a struggle, keep it on, but like it'll definitely immediately slow you down no matter what.
You know, I'm so used to running sports cars that with a sequential box that it makes it hard for me. Do you recommend one of the other auto clutch, auto blip, or anti-stall clutch?
I use anti-stall.
All right, we'll run that then.
You just gotta blip it obviously on entry. It might take some practice, but like there's the reason people don't run it unless you direly have to is just when you shift. If you look at the auto clutch, it goes up really slow and then goes down really slow, so you have a lot of time in between.
Okay.
And these cars don't need clutches, so.
All right. Well. We're gonna grid up. Oh, it's a 54 car that punted me. I don't know who that is. 54.
I know who that is.
He's got the 54 paint on, anyways. Alex. B. Alex something.
No, he doesn't run a 54. It's Grant T. Thompson.
Oh, it's B. Alex. B. Alex Thomas. The number one
Oh,
car in the split. That's who punted me last
Oh, he
race.
did.
Yep. That is what it is. I'm not even
I
mad
thought he
at
ran
it.
a different number.
No, I'm not even mad at it. It is what it is. We talked it out afterwards.
Just remember, if it does get to the point for some
I have a question for you. Do you still run the NASCAR stuff like you used to?
I run some I don't run any A car. I run B car and the trucks. I do run that. In fact, I might run some Kansas yet tonight.
You still with Team Conti?
I've never been with Team Conti. I've actually I run more nitro stuff than anything, but I do run Conti stuff. I'm a customer, man, when it comes to setups. I'm a customer.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah,
See, I thought you used to be on Team Conti back in the day.
Nope. Nope. I'm not nearly good enough for that. No, if there's any team I associate with, it would be Nitro, and they're all A, B, and C.
I got you. I'll say about halfway through this race if you have any questions,
Nope.
then I can help you out. And then
Tenfold, I appreciate it.
I got more graphic stuff I need to get done.
Hey, what do you got to work on? Is there any way I can take the load off?
So I know what I'm doing with the graphic stuff. The only problem is getting like having the time to do it all, because I also do coaching stuff on the side. Like
oh yeah, I meant to bring that up. We're on 1 to green, but I'd like to bring that up. And sometime when we get a pause in this, is your coaching, because I've always wondered how that works. So let's check that for the next yellow flag, 'cause I'm sure there will be one.
Therefore, we can do that.
Easy on the brakes all day. Pace cars off. Be ready. Be ready. Green flag. Outside corner.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Caution down. Close.
This might have been a quick race.
Alright, we need to be behind the tree. A lot of damage on the rear. Alright, you're
Oh
gonna
yeah,
have to
if
come
you,
around the
holy,
car.
you got Arca
Line up
brakes.
behind the sand car. You have a little damage to the front. Get behind the 12.
We're gonna find out if we're jumped.
Trevor, the guy behind him. Holy cow.
I thought I was being fairly conservative into that whole mess. Hopefully we're not jumped.
The front did have a little bit of damage to it. A lot of damage on the rear. open this time.
I did record the other race, and I will probably run all 4 this week.
Beautiful.
So, anyways, yeah, tell me about coaching, by the way.
So,
How does that all
Good.
work? I've never hired a coach, but tell me about it. How does it work?
so I had my first guy purchase it the other day, and basically, I asked him to choose a time, any time that works for him, and then we chose a track and car combo. And obviously, I focus more on the late model stock and supers because that's just what I'm good at. And the way I personally do it, which I feel like works the best, is I get in a session for about an hour, or well, obviously an hour-long session, and what I do is I try to get him to run laps and see if I can see anything wrong. Obviously, I need them to share in Discord so I can see their inputs.
He'll be lining up on the inside.
And then I record the whole coaching session, and I haven't really figured out how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna try to send the coaching like edit it down to the important parts and then send it to the driver that obviously requested the coaching.
Gotcha. So it's you basically break it down to them, break down the hour, and then highlight the key points within that hour.
Absolutely, yes.
Nice. Nice. I've never done one of those.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna give that a shot.
Can y'all please check the field?
In fact, not only am I gonna give that a shot, I'm going to do it at 5 Flags.
5 flags. Ooh.
Yep. In the late model stock.
Fast guys are running 39.016. Really good lap right there. Really good.
My goal is just to keep it at an affordable price.
What are your
Yeah,
prices
anybody.
for coaching?
$25 an hour, or well, I wouldn't say just an hour. I can do longer. It's just 25 for the coaching, basically, if that makes sense.
Nice.
I think the guy that did it last, I said if you need any more, just let me know. No extra charges. Let me know what track and car combo. And then obviously you get the video, which I gotta figure out how I'm gonna like send that because you can't send 500 megabytes past on Discord, and coaching is about 6 gigabytes. So
Dropbox.
yeah, I gotta figure out a way to do that.
P4 is the fastest car on the racetrack. 19.928. Good lap.
But I have combo deals. Like if somebody wants the season pass and the coaching, I have combo deals where it takes a little bit of the price off, just to keep everything fair and get everybody a chance to do it. Obviously, you know, some people just don't have the ability. That's kind of my whole goal with this deal.
Outside and outside.
Oof, caught him in a bad spot.
Clear high. Slow in front of you on the bottom.
Car feels alright. Feels a little slow, draggy, but it is what it is.
Yeah, you might need a pit and fix your aero damage.
I
'Cause I'm sure
think.
your splitter got hurt.
Leader is running 20.045.
About 2/10 were off where I was in the earlier race.
Might have motor damage.
So you got to use a little more track. Not the curb.
Inside, inside. Still there, inside. Go inside. Clear, clear, clear. One inside, clear. Fast guys running 20.124. Inside. Inside only. You're clear.
By the way, anyone that's tuned in right now, this is not a reflection of the setup. This is a reflection of the driver.
Fast guys are running 20.225.
I wish it's 2.5 tenths off. I think I was 3s through the end of it, Josh.
After this, let's hold the clutch and see if you have motor damage. After the race is done.
We're going to drive to the end. There's bound to be another rack. I don't want to say, you know, in the user friendliness category, I think that this goes more towards the track, not the setup. I think it's a must for here. You know what I mean? I think it's on point. The setup's, it's there. I'm a 24, 2500 I rating typically, but I feel like we should still be well within the top 10. Hang on to the back of the, hang on to the back in the bigger pack. Probably hanging on to 8th, 9th.
Fast guys are running 20.231.
Yeah, I mean, he can drag me on the straightaway. Look at him. Fast guys are running 20.31. Inside. Still inside. Clear, clear, clear. No point in fighting him.
Earl, if you will help with these lappers. 10-4. Just past halfway. Fast guys running 20.2. Gain 7.
Oops. Josh, I gotta tell you, the tune's on point.
Yeah, man, I felt like through the corner we had so much cut.
It's the way I feel. I mean, I can do whatever I want with the car at any point in the corner. I mean, obviously I'm down in horsepower now, but even in the, like I said, I recorded one earlier today, and at any point in the, it was just me getting, I had 30 minutes to get ready for the race and go, and I felt like it was, everything was there. But of course, when you're down 10 horsepower, everything feels a little better.
You can see it too because you were running right with those other guys, and now you just get on the throttle and get pulled.
Oh yeah, I can watch them down the straightaway. They're just gone.
You hit that guy pretty hard too. Well, you didn't hit him. You got pushed into him pretty hard.
Fast guys running
It's
20.281.
it's so bad that I don't even have hardly enough power to turn on the right rear on exit if I decide to mash it. A caution right now would be really dope. We're gonna try not to be a factor here.
Leaders at a 20.317. Oh, that kicking in gear, the leader's behind you. I want you to go.
We only got one more corner and we gotta let this dude go. Maybe two corners. Maybe three corners. Pass left, buddy.
Inside. Clear. Inside, inside. Clear low. Fast guys are running 20.293.
Car was killed on lap 1.
Cars pitting behind us. Fast guys are running 20.233. 10 to go.
Turning the wheel so far left right now.
Working the bottom, all clear. Inside. Clear low.
Trying to get out of the way, I'm about to wreck myself.
Guys, another thing just to be aware of, there's a lot of people
And
back
now
here.
we're not going to get the
Make
lucky
sure
dog
your
because I think we got an
tires
X
covered up
before that,
as
didn't
you're
we?
unloading the tires, getting about the wall.
Only that
Oh
one that
no,
came out
we
like
might get a
50
lucky
laps
dog.
Pit road is closed.
Josh, we might be able to pull something out of this.
Salvage what you can, man.
Get in where you fit in.
Hey Jack, that was all me. I was just trying to stay tied up against you, and we just made contact. So didn't mean to do that though. But that was my fault. I was trying to keep it straight, not to hook you, but the second you started turning, I backed off, but it was too late.
We've got to work together here, everybody.
Yeah, no, you're good, dude. I was trying to stay tied up against you, trying to get the advantage in the corner, and I just came up too much.
Alright, you're going to have to
Kind
come
of had
around
nothing
to
to gain,
4.
so it's
Alright,
no
you're
big
going to have to
deal.
come around to 2. You're going to have to come around
Just hard
to the
racing,
car.
and just
You're going to
got
be
away from
lined
me.
up behind
So.
the 13. 5 to go. Pit road is open. Great job. Keep being smart.
It ain't even worth getting fixed. We only have 1 lap to green, right?
Should be a 1 or 2 lap shootout.
I don't think it's getting worth dipping down under. I mean, what am I getting? 10 seconds fixed?
soon as you fix it, you're going to have to come right back out.
Yeah. I might just do it just to see. I mean, hell, we got nothing to lose. We're last car lead lap down, or last car in the lead lap.
Sure, and you can also see how cooked the car is.
That's right. At least get an idea for it. At least no meatball. Oh. We don't want to change tires. Alright, cool. We can't even change tires.
We're 10 away. 5 away. That's smart. Now, turn in, nice and smooth here. You're going to be leaning on me. We'll get you fixed up here.
Minute 28, that's all.
What's your RPM?
Shit, I can't even see. I don't have my tack up. Normally I have a digital gauge.
Good job, guys.
You hit D on your keyboard and it'll pull up a little thing.
Looks like that we're going to have to line up at the tail end of the field. A 1, 2, go. You're going to line up on the inside. I think we should be behind the 13. 2 more.
I've got 1100. If I hold the clutch in. Is that?
I think that's right.
Alright, dude. Let's get those
I can't really. If it's not flashing like crazy, it should be fine.
It was bouncing all over the place. It was like 1103 to.
You might have a little bit of damage. I think your biggest thing is aero. Because, I mean, this is a big track. We gotta have aero.
Leaders are running 40.772.
Oh, one on the wall. Oh, we're not gonna get nobody.
Slow cars in front of you. Outside. Still out there.
Oh, we might have picked up a couple spots there. Did we? No, they were lap cars, weren't they?
Check a flag in the hand out here.
The caution came out, one of the two.
Sorry, man. We tried.
That's a bummer. Josh, I gotta tell you, setup's on point. The driver was not. Got tied up in a bunch of
What was that at the end?
10 out of 10.
I just got into you. I got in the gas.
Appreciate that, man.
You did it.
I
mean, didn't really mean to get into you. It just kind of happened.
do think,
I mean, I had someone on my outside. I was getting back to
and
the
I
gas
feel,
as soon
I
as I
feel
could,
like, I mean,
but,
feel free
he just
to
ran over me.
refute this a little bit. I feel like as far
Yeah,
as
I'm sorry about that.
user friendliness goes, and this is one of those ratings that I look at as far as how well can anybody adapt to it. I feel like user friendliness takes a hit because of the shifting. Now, I don't know whether or not to blame that on the track. I think pretty close to every shop has gone to this shifting. Am I not mistaken there?
At least the ones I know of, yes. We
Okay,
were all
so
shifting in SOF.
we're not gonna knock it too hard. We'll give it. We knocked RKM shop down to 7 out of 10 last week. We're gonna give you 8 out of 10 because we're gonna take the track into consideration there.
I think that's fair.
Customer service, 10 out of 10. Every time I've tried to reach out to you, had an issue with the setup. It's been fantastic. I've not, obviously I know everybody's busy with life, but I've gotten a prompt response as far as what you can expect on the iRacing service. Price point. I think I paid $7 for this set. That's a pretty damn good deal when you look at what's out there. I see a lot of $8, see a lot of $10, see some $12 out there. Price point, I'm going to give you, I got to give it 9.5 out of 10. I got to, because I've heard some other less expensive shops, and I'm not knocking it. But at the same time, I don't know what their speed looks like either. You know what I mean? So that's a. Do you feel like that's a fair assessment?
Me, yeah, 100%.
9.5.
Obviously, for like obviously I don't want to be the most expensive, but I also want to, you know, it's the
It's
old
value.
age question. It's quality over like, you know,
It comes down to value, right?
yeah.
It's value, right? If you produced a setup that I would win pole and win the race 100% of the time, and I had to pay $20 for it, I would have 100% paid $20 for that setup. You know what I mean?
100%.
So that brings the value, you know. Yeah, I think 9.5 out of 10 on price point, which
You know,
means, go ahead.
well, I was saying, like, obviously, I want this to be a whole affordable deal, and that's why I put in my notes that, like, if you have any problems, because not every setup's going to drive perfect for everybody. It's all driving style, and that's why I include my videos to show how the setup's driving for me, because, you know, you might have a little different issue than I am, you know what I mean? So, obviously, I want it to be affordable just in case somebody doesn't like it, but also I'm giving out what I think is setups that can win SOF, and obviously we've shown that. And I don't want to be the cheapest out there and just have, you know, leaks, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. I think overall value, I think I'm gonna have to. Golly, I'm splitting hairs here. I feel like, golly, dude, I think I gotta give you a 10 out of 10 on overall value. When you factor in the price point, you factor in the speed, you factor in all these things, because you are not an expensive shop as far as shops go. But the speed's certainly there. This race is not indicative of the shop or of the setup. I want everybody that's watching, or anybody that's watching, to know that the setup was not indicative of this race. This race, obviously, we got junked lap 1. That's hard to keep up with. I ran a race earlier today again, and the speed was there. Very little practice. Coming in knowing what I know now, I'm gonna run 2 more with this setup here this week, and I feel like we're gonna factor in some division points here later on this week and see how we stack up. But hell, Josh, I think 10 out of 10 on overall value.
Appreciate that, man. I mean, you qualified 7th as the 15th car, I believe, and that's pretty damn good when you're also considering you're in top split as the last car.
I'm in over my head, you know. But hell yeah, man, Josh, I really appreciate all your time, you coming on board, you putting yourself. It's hard to do. Put yourself out there for someone else to judge, and you know, I'm very impressed. I'm impressed with the shop. I will be back. We'll definitely be purchasing more setups from you. I'm gonna whisper in your ear here about the Snowball Derby. I want in, and I'm willing to put in the work. But yeah, before we close this stream out, Josh, do you got anything to say? I mean, as far as, you know, just what do you got to say here, Josh? I thought it was overall success.
Obviously, I want to appreciate, say thank you and appreciate that you invited me out here and had me and Aaron on the the stream.
Speak. Yeah, that's right. I was about to say the same thing. Team speak. Go ahead.
And the interview. I know, obviously, this is a new deal for me, and there's a lot of bugs I got to work out. I won't lie, and that's why in my Discord I have this new channel called customer statements or something like that. And I'm gonna start asking people to put truthfully, like, no lie, what they personally think, bad's, goods, what I can do better. And obviously, I can only see it from my point of view, and I want this to be a deal that helps. Like, we don't see much more. It's all plug and play nowadays, and that's what I tried to avoid of. And that's my whole goal, man. I appreciate it again you inviting me out. If you run any more and need help, just obviously text me. won't say I respond in 5 seconds, but I should respond in the same day.
You've done a great job, and I will have you this season back on again. I haven't picked out which exact week, but I will say that Five Flags Week 13 is circled in my calendar right now because that is my jam. That is my favorite race of the year, and that is the one that I've got so many laps at track on this service where I will judge the hardest, and likely I'll probably pick 4 shops, run 4 races, and kind of do a head-to-head thing that last week. I think that would be a lot of fun. Josh, I really appreciate you jumping on the stream with me. You've been so patient, been so kind. You were awesome to work with. First week at Sobo, now here this week. I really look forward to working with you again, and I do encourage everybody to come in, check out caudlechassis.com. If you have questions, they've been very responsive, and